Hello students, let's do lines and angles exercise 16. Exercise 16a is on page number 189. Question 21. Find k in each of the given figures. There are two figures, the first one. So we have to find the value of k. Now where do we see k? Here I can see k minus 15 degrees and here I can see k plus 150 degrees. Now you must recollect all the properties of angles that you have studied. Now here, which property can we apply? If you look carefully, there is a point in the middle, isn't it? And we have one angle here, another here, another here, another here. That means all these angles are around the point. So what is the property of angles that we have learned? We have learned that the sum of angles around a point will be 360 degrees. That means if you add up all these angles, you should get 360 degrees. Now this angle is 30 degrees. This is k minus 15 degrees. This is k plus 150 degrees. Now what is this? Now looking at this figure here, you can make out that this angle is 90 degrees. So let's write that first. So this one is 90 degrees. So if this is 90 degrees, now we have all the angles. So we can add up all the angles. Remember, they should add up to 360 degrees. So let's start with this. 30 degrees plus 90 degrees plus k plus 150 degrees, k plus 150 degrees plus this one k minus 15 degrees. So let me write it like this, k minus 15 degrees, and all this should be equal to 360. Now let's remove the brackets. So this is equal to 30 degrees plus 90 degrees. Now we're going to remove the bracket. There's a plus sign, so no change in the sign of the terms inside. So k plus 150 degrees. Here also there's a plus sign before the bracket. So there's no change in the sign of the terms inside. So k minus 15 degrees will remain the same. So this will be plus k minus 15 degrees, which is equal to 360 degrees. So this has now become an equation. So what we're going to do is we're going to take only the numbers first. 30 degrees, 90 degrees, 150 degrees and minus 15 degrees. So let me write that down separately. So we have 30 plus 90 plus 150 minus 15. So as you can see, these three have plus signs before them. They're all plus signs. So let's add up these three numbers. So 30 plus 90 plus 150. 0. 3 plus 9 is 12. 12 plus 5 is 7. Carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So here we have 270 minus 15. So let's do that subtraction. 270 minus 15. Let's borrow. So 10 minus 5 is 5, 6 minus 1 is 5, this is 2. So this is 255, 255. So we have added these numbers and subtracted minus 15 from it and we got 255. So let's write it there. So 255 degrees, we finish adding the numbers. Now let's look at the k's. Now there is 1k here and 1k here, so that is plus 1k. Here also plus 1k. 1 plus 1 is 2. So that is plus 2k is equal to 360 degrees. So now we can find the value of 2k by writing 2k is equal to 360 degrees minus 255 degrees. How did that happen? We took this 255 degrees from the left hand side and we have taken it to the right hand side. So now it has become minus 255. So let's subtract now. So this is 5 and this is 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. 3 minus 2 is 1. So 2k we have found now. 2k is equal to 105 degrees. So what is the value of k? K will be equal to 105 degrees divided by 2. So let's divide 105 by 2. So this becomes 2 5s are 10 minus 0. We bring down 5. 2 2s are 4 minus 1. Now let's continue with our division. Let's put a point, carry that point up. Now after the point you can put any number of zeros. So I bring that 0 down. Now my number is 10. 2 5s are 10 minus 0. So what have we got? We have found the value of K to be 52.5 degrees. So this is the answer, 52.5 degrees. We can convert this to degrees and minutes. So we can write this as 52 degrees. Now let's convert this 0.5 degrees into minutes. Now 1 degree has 60 minutes. Okay, or I'll put that symbol there. So 0.5 or 0.5 degrees will have 60 into 0.5. So 60 into 0.5, ignore the point and multiply. 6 5s are 30. So 60 into 5 is 300. Now go back to the question and look for the number of decimal places. There is one decimal place, so we need to have one decimal place in our answer also. So put a point here. So what is our number? 30.0 or simply 30. So now we have found how many minutes are there in 0.5 degrees. There are 30 minutes. So our final answer will be 52 degrees and 30 minutes. Now let's go to the second part of the question where again we have to find K. So let's go to that. Question 2. So here we have 42 degrees, 3K, 2K and K. So again, think of a property of angles. So here there is a point and all these angles are around that point. So we can use the property sum of angles around a point is 360 degrees. That means if we add up all these angles, so let's start with 42. So that is 42 degrees plus 3K. Okay, so 3K plus 2K plus K. All this will add up to 360 degrees. Now we have only one number, so we'll leave it there. Let's look at all the K's. 3 plus 2 plus 1. So 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. So what do we have here? We're making this an equation. 42 degrees plus 6K is equal to 360 degrees. So here we're going to find the value of 6K by writing only that on the left hand side. On the right we have 360 degrees. Now I'm going to transpose 42 degrees from the left side to the right side. So now it's going to become minus 42 degrees. So let's find the value of 6K by subtracting 360 and 42. Minus, let's do the subtraction. Borrow, this is 5 and 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. 5 minus 4 is 1 and this is 3. 318 degrees. So if 6K is equal to 318 degrees, K alone will be 318 degrees divided by 6 because I'm transposing the 6 to the right hand side. It will become division because here on the left side it is multiplication. Now divide 318 by 6. 318 divided by 6. Let's take 30. 6 5s are 30 minus 1, bring down 8, 18. 6 3s are 18 minus 0. We have 53. So K is equal to 53 degrees. So let's write that clearly. K is equal to 53 degrees. So we have found K in the second part of our question also. Question 22. In the given figure, lines PQ, MN and RS. Now let's look at that. PQ. This is this PQ, this line. Then MN, MN and RS. RS. They're talking about these three lines intersect at O. They intersect at one point called O. Okay, so this is the figure. Now, if x is to y is equal to 1 is to 2. They've given this to us and they've also told us z is equal to 90 degrees. Where is z? It's here and this is equal to 90 degrees. Now we have to find angle ROM. ROM, that is angle Y, and angle POR, that is angle POR. So these are the two angles we must find, the angle in red and the angle in blue. Now we have to think of all the properties of angles that we have learned to find out these unknown angles. First of all, what's given to us is this. So let's write it down. It says that x is to y is equal to 1 is to 2. So this is to be kept here for us to understand this and work out our sum. Then we've also been told that z is equal to 90 degrees. That means here this angle is 90 degrees. The angle here z is 90 degrees. Now we are going to use this. Okay, z is equal to 90 degrees to find out all these angles. Now if z is equal to 90, what is then the angle opposite that will also be 90 degrees, isn't it? That means this will also be 90 degrees. How will this be 90 degrees? Because PON and MOQ are vertically opposite angles. They are vertically opposite angles, so they will be 90 degrees. So let's write that down. So given to us Z is equal to 90 degrees. So now angles PON, that is this angle Z is PON, that's 90 degrees, and the opposite angle MOQ and angle MOQ are equal to each other. MOQ are equal to each other. That is, they both are 90 degrees. And why is that so? We have to give the reason. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Now, keeping this in mind, we are going to find out these unknown angles. Now, here we have 90 degrees. Now, here we have y degrees. Now, this one will be x. How will this be x? Because vertically opposite angle is x degrees. That means this will also be x. So this is x degrees. Okay, now let's look at RS. RS is a straight line and there are three angles on top, and we know that sum of angles on a straight line is equal to 180 degrees. That means all three angles here should give us 180 degrees. So let's write that angles on a straight line equals 180 degrees. So we are going to add up all these angles, that is y degrees plus 90 degrees plus x degrees is equal to 180 degrees. So this is an equation as you can see. So I'm going to take 90 to the other side. That means x plus y, x degrees plus y degrees will be equal to 180 degrees minus 90 degrees. So x plus y is equal to 180 minus 90 is 90 degrees. So here we found out that x plus y is 90 degrees and we have been given x is to y is equal to 1 is to 2. So we can do it this way. Product of extremes is equal to product of means. We know that, isn't it? So product of extremes is x into 2. X into 2 is equal to y, or x into 2 is 2x. 2x is equal to y. Okay. So now we can take this statement x plus y is equal to 90 degrees. Let's write it down here. So I'm writing x plus y is equal to 90 degrees. Now I'm going to leave x as it is plus in the place of y. Now here what do we know? Y is equal to 2x, isn't it? Or 2x is equal to y. So in the place of y, I'm going to write 2x. So that becomes 2x. Because here it says 2x is equal to y. So in the place of y, I'm writing 2x. X plus 2x is equal to 90 degrees, or 3x is equal to 90 degrees. So all this is degrees. So 3x is 90. So x will be equal to 90 degrees by 3. So this we can cancel. 3 3s are 9, 30. That means x is equal to 30 degrees. So here, let's go back to this figure. Here we have x. Let's write x as 30 degrees. So here let's write 30 degrees. So we found the value of x to be 30 degrees. Now we can easily find the value of y, isn't it? There are different ways of finding. Remember, this is a straight line. So all angles on a straight line will equal 180 degrees. So you can add up these two and minus it from 180, or you can go back to this where it says 2x is equal to y, and we know how much 1x is. So let's write that y is equal to 2x, isn't it? We just found out there. So that means y is equal to 2 into x, which is 2 into 30 degrees, which is 60 degrees. So we have found the value of this to be 60 degrees. So y is 60. So now let's go back to what we've been asked to find. We've been asked to find angle ROM, which is this ROM, and that is 60 degrees. So let's write that angle ROM is equal to 60 degrees. Now we are also asked to find angle POR, which is POR. Now what is the value of this angle? Now see if they have a vertically opposite angle to this angle. There is an angle vertically opposite, which is x degrees, and x we found out to be 30. That means this also will be 30 degrees. So this is also 30 degrees. So angle POR is equal to 30 degrees. And how did we find this angle? Because they are vertically opposite angles. So you have to write your reason, vertically opposite angles. So this is how we have found all our angles now. So we've got angle ROM here, ROM to be 60 degrees and POR to be 30 degrees. Question 23. In the given figure, find angle AOB and angle BOC. So angle AOB is here, that's 5x. And angle BOC is given, that is x degrees. So we have to find the value of x, and only then can we find the value of these two angles. Now, which property of angles can we apply here? As you can see, we have all the angles around a fixed point O. So we know the property of angles around a point. So let's use that property, which says sum of angles around a point is equal to 360 degrees. That means if I add up all these angles, I should get 360 degrees. So let's add up all the angles starting from 85 degrees. So let's write 85 degrees plus, so we finish with 85, 5x and x. So that is 5x degrees plus x degrees plus we have 80 and 123 degrees. 80 degrees plus 123 degrees is equal to 360 degrees. Now let's add up all the numbers 85, 80 and 123. So that is 85, 80 and 123. Let's add it up. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16, 17, 18, carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 288. That means 288 degrees plus, now let's add up the x degrees. So here we have 5x plus x, that is 6x. 6x degrees is equal to 360 degrees. Now let's find the value of 6x degrees. That will be 360 degrees minus 288 degrees, because I have transposed this from the left side to the right. So now what is the value of 6x degrees? So let's subtract this. 360 minus 288 minus, let's borrow. So this is 5, 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. Again we need to borrow. So 15 minus 8 is 7. So that is 72. So 6x degrees is 72. That means the value of x degrees will be 72 degrees divided by 6, because we are transposing this 6 from the left hand side. It's multiplication. When it comes to the right, it becomes division. 72 divided by 6. 6 12s are 72. So we have found the value of x to be 12 degrees. So now what have we been asked to find? Angle AOB. So angle AOB given in the question as 5x degrees. It's given as 5x. So let's write that down. That's 5x degrees. That means 5 into x degrees. And how much is x? X is 12. 5 12s are 60. So AOB, angle AOB is equal to 60 degrees. So this is the answer to the first part. Now we are asked to find angle BOC. So let's write angle BOC. Angle BOC, in the question it's given as BOC is x degrees. So let's write angle BOC is equal to x degrees, and we found x to be 12 degrees. So angle BOC is equal to x degrees. Substitute the value of x. X is equal to 12 degrees. So we have found the value of angle BOC also to be 12 degrees. So angle AOB is 60 and angle BOC is 12 degrees. Question 24. Find each angle shown in the figure. That means each of these angles we need to find. Okay, and the values are given here. Now that means they all have a y degree which we need to find. That is unknown. Now which property can you apply here? Here also, as you can see, there are many angles around one point. So we can use the property sum of angles around a point equals 360 degrees. So we have to add up all these angles. So let's write this 3 1 by 2 y degree plus next one 2 1 by 2 y degree plus 2 y degree plus again 2y degrees. This is equal to 360 degrees. So now first let's convert these mixed numbers. So here 2 3's are 6 plus 1 is 7 by 2 y degrees plus 2 2's are 4 plus 1 is 5 by 2 y degrees. Now here we can add up these two because it is 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 is 4, so that becomes 4 y degrees is equal to 360 degrees. Now as you can see, these are all fractions. So we have to do addition of fractions. So here we have to take the LCM. So let's write this as 4 by 1y. So here the LCM will be 2 because we only have 2 here and the other one is 1, isn't it? So when you have a number with 1, then that other number will become the LCM. So let's begin here. Let's look at the first fraction, 7 by 2. The denominator is 2. 2 ones are 2. So let me multiply this with 1. So I multiplied this also by 1. 7 ones are 7. So that is 7y degrees plus, now go to the second fraction, 5 by 2. Denominator is 2. 2 ones are 2. So multiply this by 1. So 2 into 1. So multiply this also by 1. 5 into 1 is 5. So that is 5y degrees plus, go to the third fraction. Here the denominator is 1. 1 into 2 is 2. So multiply this by 2 and multiply this also by 2. So 4 2's are 8y degrees is equal to 360 degrees. Now let's add up all the numerators. 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 plus 8 is 20. So 20y degree by 2 is equal to 360 degrees. Now we can find the value of only 20y degrees by writing 360 degrees into 2. How did we get into 2? Here 2 is in the denominator division. I'm moving it from the left side to the right. When I move it to the right, it becomes multiplication by 2. Let's leave it there and let's go on again. Now I'm going to find the value of only y. Y degrees will be 360 degrees into 2 divided by 20 because I've taken the 20 from the left hand side to the right hand side. So here it is multiplication. When it came to the right, it became division. Now I can work on all this. I can cancel what I can. So let's see. I can cancel off 1 0 here. So I've got only 2 here. I can cancel this 2 and this 2. So now what do I have? 36. So I have found the value of y. Y is equal to 36 degrees. Now that I know the value of y, I can find the value of all these angles. So now that we found y is equal to 36 degrees, let's find the value of all these angles. Let's call this the first angle. So the first angle is 3 1 by 2, which we converted to 7 by 2 y degrees That means 7 by 2 into y, and y is 36 degrees. Now let's cancel. 2 into 18 is 36. Now I need to multiply 18 into 7. So let's do that. 18 into 7. 7 eights are 56, carry 5. 7 ones are 7, plus 5 is 12, 126. So the first angle is 126 degrees. Let's write it down. 126 degrees is the first one here. So let's call this the second angle, and let's find 2, 1 by 2. We've converted it and wrote 5 by 2 y degrees. That means 5 by 2 into y, and y is 36. So let's cancel this. So 2 into 18 is 36. Now multiply 18 into 5. 18 into 5 is 90. So that is 90 degrees. So we found the value of the second one. The second one is 90 degrees. Now the third one and the fourth one are the same, 2y degrees. So let's write that 2y degrees. That means 2 into y, that is 2 into 36. 2 into 36 is 72 degrees. So here we found 72 degrees for the third one, and the fourth one is also 72 degrees. So we have found the value of all four angles. So let's write down all the four values. So 72 degrees, then we have again 72, then we have 90 degrees, and we have 126 degrees. So we have found the value of all the angles that we have been asked to find. Question 25. AB, that is AB, CD, CD, and EF are three lines intersecting at the same point. So they're all intersecting at one point. Now question 1. Find X, that is X is here, if Y is 45 degrees, Y is 45, and Z is 90 degrees. So here two angles have been given. We have to find the value of X. So what is given to us? We are given that y is 45 degrees and z is 90 degrees. Now look at this angle E. Now we can name this as O, this point in the middle. This angle EOC will also be x degrees. How will it be x? Because it's vertically opposite this angle. And this is x, so this angle opposite it, vertically opposite, will also be x degrees. Okay, so angle EOC is equal to x degrees. And how did we know that? Because vertically opposite angles are equal. So you must give that as the reason to find out that angle EOC is equal to x degrees. Now look carefully. AB is a straight line, isn't it? That means all angles on a straight line will be equal to 180 degrees. That means I can say x degrees plus y degrees plus z degrees will be equal to 180 degrees. And what is the reason? Sum of angles on a straight line equals 180 degrees. Now I'm going to substitute the values for all these. Now x we don't know, so we are writing it as x degrees. Y is already given to us in the question. Y is equal to 45 degrees. So that is 45 degrees. Plus z is given to us also. Z is equal to 90 degrees. So z is 90 degrees, and together they all add up to 180 degrees. So again, this is an equation. We can find the value of x degrees. So first we have to find we have to add this up. 90 plus 45. 90 plus 45, 5. We are adding this up. 9 plus 4 is 13. So that is 135 degrees. So x degrees plus 135 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. So now we can find the value of x degrees by saying this is equal to 180 degrees minus 135 degrees. So let's minus and find the value of x. X will be equal to 180 minus 135. So borrow, this is 7. 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 minus 3 is 4. 0. 45 degrees. So we have found the value of x to be 45 degrees. So this is our first answer. X is equal to 45 degrees, what we have been asked to find. The second part of the question is find A. If x is equal to 3a, y is equal to 5x and z is equal to 6x. So let's write that x is equal to 3a. Now y is equal to 5x. It's given here y is equal to 5x. That means that is equal to 5 into x, which is 5 into, what is the value of x? 3a. So 5 3s are 15, 15a. So now we found the value of y to be 15a. Now let's take z. Z is equal to 6x. Z is equal to 6x. That means 6 into x. 6 into x is 3a and multiply 6 3s are 18, 18a. So we have found the value of z to be 18a. So now we have the value of x 3a, y 15a and z 18a. Now look at the figure. So here we have y, we have z. What about this angle? Now this will also be x because it's vertically opposite this, isn't it? So this is x. So this will also be x. So this is x degrees. So we have three angles here, x degrees, y degree and the z degree. So here x, y and z are all on the same straight line. So let's use the property of straight line angles, which says sum of angles on a straight line equals 180 degrees. That means if I add up x plus y plus z, I should get 180 degrees. Now let's substitute the values. Now x is 3a. So let's write that. So this will be equal to, this is an equation, this is 3a plus y is 15a. So let's write, instead of y, let's write 15a. So that is 15a plus z is 18a. So in place of z, we're going to write 18a. 18a is equal to 180 degrees. Now let's add up all these numbers. So 3 plus 15 is 18. 18 plus 18 is 36. That means 36a is equal to 180 degrees. So we can find the value of a by saying 180 degrees divided by 36. So now let's divide 180 by 36. 180 divided by 36. 36 into 5 is 180 minus, you get 0. So what is our quotient? Our quotient is 5. That means a is equal to 5 degrees. So we were asked to find a and we have found a to be 5 degrees. So find a was a question and we found a. With this we come to the end of this exercise, children. I hope you have understood. We will continue with the next exercises in our next video. Thank you, children.